The night was silent, but the sound of a roaring motorcycle shattered the calm like thunder tearing through the sky. Under the dim streetlights, a lone biker rode through the rain, his jacket soaked, his eyes burning with rage and grief. Behind those eyes lived the pain of a father who had just lost everything that made his world human. His daughter's laughter, once the rhythm of his life, had been stolen, not by accident, but by the cruel arrogance of power. If you believe in kindness, justice, and second chances, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe right now, because what happens next will remind you why standing up for what's right is worth everything. They called him Rex Carter, the leader of a small biker brotherhood that lived by one code: loyalty above all. His daughter Lena was the light of his rough world, a gentle spirit who grew up watching her father fix bikes in their small garage at the edge of town. She believed in the good hidden inside everyone, even those the world called monsters. Her dream was to leave the noise of engines behind and become a photographer, capturing life the way she saw it, raw and beautiful. But dreams are fragile things when they collide with power. When the senator's son, Marcus Hale, rolled into their town, he came with a smile polished by privilege and words sharpened by deceit. He was charming, influential, and dangerous in ways that weren't immediately visible. He pretended to care about the local community, sponsoring small-town projects, shaking hands with the humble, and promising opportunities that never came. Lena met him at a charity event she was photographing. He admired her passion, told her she had a rare eye for truth, and made her believe he saw her, the real her, beneath her father's reputation as a rough biker. Weeks turned into months, and trust slowly turned into affection. For the first time, Rex saw his daughter smiling again, laughing freely. He didn't trust Marcus completely, but he wanted to, because every father wants to see his daughter happy. Then, one evening, everything changed. Marcus invited Lena to a high-profile event at the City Hall, a fundraiser for his father's upcoming campaign. She dressed modestly but beautifully, carrying her camera and her dreams, hoping to capture something meaningful. But when she returned home that night, her face was pale, her hands trembling. She had been humiliated, not physically hurt, but destroyed by manipulation and betrayal. Marcus had used her, turned her into a target for mockery among his elite circle, mocking her background, her father, her life. Videos were leaked, rumors spread, and by morning the whole town was whispering cruel things about her. Lena locked herself in her room. Rex tried to talk to her, but she wouldn't answer. When she finally opened the door, her eyes were hollow. The spark was gone. She whispered only one line. He said, "People like us don't matter." Those words broke something inside Rex that would never be fixed. He didn't sleep that night. He sat on his porch, staring at the old Harley parked beside him. The storm rolled in, lightning flashing over his weathered face. He had spent his life following his own code: live free, never hurt the innocent, protect your own. But now, his little girl was broken because of a man who thought his father's power made him untouchable. Rex didn't go to the police. He knew how the system worked. It would protect Marcus. Money, influence, and connections would bury the truth faster than a bullet could travel. So, he decided to make Marcus face justice, not the kind written in law books, but the kind that came from the soul of a father. The next morning, Rex gathered his brothers, the same men who had ridden with him for decades. They weren't criminals, they were outcasts who had learned to survive when the world turned its back. They listened as Rex spoke, his voice steady, his heart burning. He thought he could destroy her and walk away. He's wrong. We're not going after blood. We're going after truth. The bikers rode out as the sun rose, engines roaring like a storm of vengeance. In the city, Marcus Hale woke up to headlines filled with praise for his family. But when he stepped outside, he found his name painted across walls: liar, betrayer, coward. His face was plastered across social media with the truth. The messages he sent to Lena, the lies he told, the cruel recordings from the night of the fundraiser. Somehow, everything he'd tried to hide had been exposed. Rex hadn't used violence, he used truth. He hacked no systems, bribed no officials. He simply gave the evidence, the photos, the messages, to the one person Marcus's father couldn't silence. A journalist who had once been saved by Rex's biker crew after an accident years ago. She owed him her life, and she repaid that debt with courage. The story exploded. The senator's reputation shattered overnight. Reporters camped outside their mansion. People demanded accountability. Marcus tried to deny it all, but the evidence was undeniable. His father called in every favor, but even those who once bowed to him began stepping back. But for Rex, it wasn't enough. Because justice in headlines didn't erase his daughter's pain, he went to the city to face Marcus one last time. Outside a luxury hotel, Marcus saw him, a weathered man in leather, with eyes that could silence the noise of the city. Marcus trembled, knowing he couldn't hide behind power anymore. Rex didn't touch him. He didn't need to. He simply stood inches away and said in a low, steady voice, "You took her light. I'll make sure the world knows your darkness." Then he turned around and walked away, leaving Marcus surrounded by cameras, flashing lights, and the crushing weight of his own disgrace. Weeks passed. Lena slowly began to heal. She spent days by the old lake near their home, taking photos again. The laughter didn't return quickly, but she started to find peace in silence, the kind that comes after surviving something you thought you couldn't. Her father never pushed her to move on. He simply stayed close, fixing bikes, sharing quiet meals, and letting her know she wasn't alone. One afternoon, Lena showed her father a photo she had taken, a simple image of the sunrise breaking through storm clouds. She said softly, "You were right, Dad. The light always finds its way back." Rex smiled, tears glinting in his eyes. For the first time in months, he felt the warmth of hope. Their story spread quietly through the biker community. People called it a story of revenge, but Rex never saw it that way. For him, it was about justice, not hatred. About showing that even those without power could fight back with truth. The senator resigned in disgrace. Marcus left the city, his name a shadow of what it once was. But somewhere deep down, Rex knew the real victory wasn't in their downfall. It was in seeing his daughter stand again, stronger, unbroken, and fearless. Life didn't return to what it once was, but it found a new rhythm. The garage became busier than ever. People trusted Rex not just as a mechanic, but as a man who stood for what was right. Lena's photographs began to gain recognition online. She captured people, roads, sunsets, and healing. Her art spoke of resilience, forgiveness, and quiet strength. One day, a reporter asked her if she hated Marcus for what he did. She paused for a long time, then answered softly, "Hate doesn't heal, but truth does. My father taught me that." And that was the moment Rex realized. His daughter had won, not by vengeance, but by courage. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and comment. And don't forget to subscribe for more real, emotional, life-changing stories like this one. Before you go, comment below with one word that describes what justice means to you. Because sometimes the loudest revenge is living free with your head held high.